a lot of money and a lot of things who have a poverty mindset. You know how you know that? Watch their fear. Watch their fear. People who have a lot of stuff and are afraid that it's going to be taken away, that's poverty mindset. Prosperity is a way of living and thinking, not just money or things. Poverty is a way of living and thinking, and not just the lack of money or things. We want to get ourselves to that prosperous way of living and thinking, and out of the poverty way, no matter the appearance in front of us. We can let that go away. Here's the last thing I want to say about this whole idea. There is nothing magical about any of this idea or teachings about abundance. There's nothing magical about it whatsoever. If you want your life to change, you are going to have to alter your thoughts, your beliefs, and your practices. And I'm not going to say, sorry, that's just the way it is. But it's not a magical thing. If we want our lives to change, we've got to start with altering us. Alter our thinking, alter our believing, alter our practices, so that we can begin to claim these teachings, not just in words and not just in head knowledge, but in application for our life. But we begin by changing our thoughts and our beliefs and our practices, and that's part of what this program is for. Come full circle back around to our musical analogy, which is going to happen through this whole entire month. With music, whether it's a piano or any instrument, the theory of it is already available. We don't have to recreate this, thank goodness. The theory of it is already available. We need to learn the principles, so we need to align ourselves with the knowledge that's already there, and then we need to apply it so we can play something. The spiritual truth is already available. It is already here. We need to learn the principles. We need to align ourselves with the knowledge, and we need to apply it to our lives. The very last word is that when we learn the principles of music, we can create something really beautiful. And when we learn the principles of the one and only source, we can create a very fulfilled life for ourselves and beyond. The first note is to remember God is the one and only source. And what do we start with prayer every single week? With that right there. So close your eyes with me as I say that again. God is the one and only source. That one source everywhere present. It cannot be divided. It cannot be lost. It cannot be somewhere else where I'm not. It cannot stop anywhere if there is only one. For me, the evidence of that one source just right here on our planet is enough to tell me of this one source. And our planet, we are not alone. There is so much in the vastness of space to say, wow, I don't know how to create all that, but something does, and it's the one source. Creating the beauty of our planet, creating the trees, the flowers, the animals, the people, the water, the snow-capped mountains, the breath. That one source is the one and only thing that there is, and it is not far away from me. It is right here where I am. It has created me. It has become me. And that's true for all of us. God did not just create us and set us afar somewhere, but God became us, living through us by means of us, and it simply wants to be expressed in our lives in full and free ways. Right here where each one of us is, we have that as part of our nature. And so I'm speaking this word for us, knowing that we begin today with the first note of remembering over and over and over again that one source is all there is. We begin with middle C, learning and laying that foundation, so that we can build from here into a life that is full, to a life that is rich, to a life that has value and meaning, to a life that is full of love and full of joy and full of peace and full of all the resources that we each deem necessary for our own knowing that as we lay this foundation this week, we all stand upon it firmly. And from here, we move upward into greater and greater consciousness, greater and greater awareness of that one truth, that one source. I know this is our truth, and I know that right this very minute, our chiffon curtains are blowing wide open for all this good, for these visuals I am sharing, for this First Note Foundation, for remembering that God is the one and only source. I am grateful. I'm grateful to speak the word, and I'm grateful to remember for us. And so with gratitude, I release this word, knowing that it is not me, Sean, the ego, who has to do any of this. It is the Spirit that I count on. It is the source that I count on. I release into the law of that source, and it is done, and so it is.